Detective Superson, I just don't get it. What is all this about taxes and superannuation?
Detective Taxman, I think taxes are tried always with us.
But it's just this code that I just cannot crack.
It seems like a big puzzle, but we need to crack it to be work ready. Let's start our investigation.
Looks like you two are stuck in a maze of tax and superannuation.
Oh my gosh, are you the senior detective? Can you help us crack the code?
I'm Detective Moneymind. I'm going to be your guide through this financial maze. Let's break it down, shall we?
Moneymind, we know that taxes are important, but why is this so?
Well, detectives, taxes are the fuel for our society. They fund our public services, schools, roads and hospitals. Without them, society wouldn't function as it does. There are fund pensions, underprivileged job seeker schemes, Medicare, the PBS scheme, just to name a few. And there are various types of taxes: individual, company, share tax, GST, land tax, capital gains tax, and royalties. The list is endless.
Okay, so that's taxes done. But what is this superannuation?
Superannuation, or super, is a way to save for your retirement. The money that you put into your super fund is invested, and over time it grows. So when you retire, you've got some savings to fall back on. And your employer, called Employer Contribution Superannuation, currently is compulsory for all employers to pay their employees 10.5% and scheduled to increase to 12% by 2025. Some industries pay even more, like police officers. There are laws that you can top up your super each year and add to your lump sum, but of course there are laws and restrictions as to how much you can do each year.
So to be work ready, we need to understand our tax obligations and entitlements, and also the importance of super in our future financial health.
First, there's the tax file number. Like your detective badge, you'll need it for the tax game. Your tax file number stays with you for life.
And what about this thing called deductions?
Deducting expenses. Some deductions can reduce your tax. It's like finding hidden treasure, knowing what you can claim and what you can't. Keep all of your receipts and financial advice you can claim from an expert. These bills are tax deductible.
But what about tax returns, Moneymind?
How to do tax returns? Well, it's simple. You just log onto the MyGov website, link it to the ATO, and fill in the details.
But what about the super fund? How do we access this?
Good question. You can usually access your super fund when you retire and reach preservation age, usually between 55 and 60. However, there are certain conditions under which you might be able to access it early. And don't forget voluntary super contributions, your way of leveling up your super savings.
Retirement paradise.
But Moneymind, how do we keep track of all this?
Budgeting, my dear detectives. Make a plan, track your gold coins, and be ready for any financial surprise.
Okay. So to be work ready, we need to understand our tax obligations, tax brackets, and how to do a tax return. And also the importance and access rules of super in our future financial health.
And that's the case, tax and super
Cracked.